Okay, so what we were going to go over today, guys, just increasing your awareness during contact flow and all training of all the stuff that might be going on besides the actual hitting and penetration, right? We put a lot of emphasis, Keith, help me please, put a lot of emphasis, whatever Keith's doing, right, on immediate boom, like bone penetration there, boom, getting, and when we're doing contact flow, right, feeling where the whole body and the bones can penetrate, hitting, all these different things, basic close combat, basic hitting. And we also put a lot of emphasis on what? Not getting like all committed to one thing, because Keith can do what now, that, or boom, or whatever, right? Not getting all committed to like trying to get something here because he can do all that stuff to me. And that is all legit. However, in real life, this was something John emphasized all the time. There are people who may not go down, no matter how well you hit them. Remember the old adage, what is someone most likely to do after you shoot them? Whatever he was doing right before you shot them, right? So if that applies to bullets, it applies to this too. Keith's doing something to me just because, boom, right? A good example, right? Just because I chop him in the neck, does that guarantee he's gonna stop moving and not immediately do that? Doesn't guarantee that at all, okay? So that's why when we practice contact flow, right, we're always, even though we are hitting and penetrating, we're always continuing the motion, because we can never count on that happening, on anything stopping him, right? No one shot can we count on stopping. But what I want to make sure that you're all aware of is all the different things that can happen amid movement that could be very destructive beyond simple hitting, right? So let's say we're just doing contact flow, right? Boom. You notice what just happened here without trying. I just turned my body, kept my arms in the position they were, okay? Turn around this way. I just happened to drop my elbow here. I'm not grabbing his arm, I'm not committed, I'm not doing anything much here. But I just turn my body and drop here, boom. And that's happening. Will this necessarily break? I don't know. If I were to, boom, drop very fast with my whole body, maybe. But if it doesn't, boom, right? And now, maybe we're here. Now instead of just hitting here, notice what my body can do. I, boom, hit, and, okay? Notice, I'm just transferring my body weight back here. His body happens to be in a position now where if I drop again, is there a guarantee here that his neck will break? No, but he probably won't be in good shape. He'll probably be spiked into the ground faster than he can recover. Maybe. Again, don't count on it. What if, as I'm doing this, he recovers? Boom! Good. That's why I'm, you all right? I'm sorry. That's why I continue and stay loose. Right? Now in here, instead of going, okay, I hit him once, now I'm going to hit him again, what does that give him a chance to do? Boom! That's why I'm not going to do that, right? I drop here, boom, I penetrate again. Oh, look where we are. Not only is, boom, this an excellent throat shot, which might have an effect, boom, might be an excellent chin shot, boom, and right? Notice where the body's going, boom, right? Whole body at all times, okay? Likewise, as and anywhere on the body, as we're moving, there's always stuff going on, boom, that could be very destructive, okay? If I go slow, that might just, he has time to move his leg. If I'm going here, boom, and I go down on it. All sorts of things being disrupted here. He tries to do anything to me, right? He overextends there. Might end up in some sort of position like this, not by trying, it's just where we ended up. Am I now gonna focus on this and trying to break his arm as he struggles and moves? He might be strong enough, Keith, he might be strong enough to like lift me or throw me by this. That's why I'm not focusing on this. I might just, boom, I feel him do anything else, boom, I use that, boom, to do whatever I'm gonna do next, boom, okay? In a very destructive manner, being aware of it at all times. Can you immediately, purposefully go for stuff like this, like slow motion, Keith? He's trying to punch me. I'm gonna, no, Keith, you fucked up the demonstration. Punch you with the other arm so I know what's coming. Okay, good, and now I'm gonna, go, go, go. No, it doesn't work like that. I cannot just do shit like this whenever I want to. He's trying to kick my ass, do whatever. Whoa, shit, right, boom, oh, look what's here. I don't know what made him like stand up like that, but look where I am now, turn around. I happen to be here. Thumb deep into the eye.
Oh, yeah.
Don't actually do this during contact flow, but I could do into the forehead. Right? Feel this. Does that feel good, Keith? All right, this is just your forehead. But then I'm not just gouging his eye to hurt him. As I do this, I shift my body weight and I drop. Okay? Drilling that. he's probably gonna instantly wanna get out of that, right? So I move my whole body, right? I'm here, I drop again, make his head part of my chest as I turn, right? Something like that, okay? Again, no guarantee that any of this will work like in the way you anticipate. The point is, in contact flow, just making sure you maintain your awareness of all the possibilities beyond just trying to hit the guy. Again, you should never really in contact flow be thinking about hitting or being hit anyway, right? You're just feeling how human bodies move, okay? Maybe I'm in here, boom. Maybe just a little kick to the ankle. I do it, you're right. I do it with sensitivity and the right kind of angle and drop. It's not just kicking him to hurt his shin or kicking him to hurt his thigh, but feeling where his weight is and how you can affect that, right? Again, do this slowly, please. Preferably barefoot if you're doing a lot of leg stuff so you don't bust each other, okay? And anything I feel from him, he's coming in, whoa, okay? Oh, this is what happened. I wasn't able to reach him, but just because I yielded with this and he overextended himself, I didn't force him to do this. Now, I'm not gonna, like, again, get into a grappling match, but I might drop and then come back here, boom, boom, right? And use whatever I got here. Do I always, am I saying you always do that? If I'm dealing with Yoel as well, both of you guys.
Oh, really?
Right? If I'm dealing with both of these guys, what would, for example, happen if I'm like concentrating on getting his arm or turning his body? This isn't gonna be a good deal. So it depends on what's going on, what you need in that moment. Boom, right, boom. Maybe I need to turn him like that. Maybe now I have a split second to do something like this. And now his piece comes in, oh shit, boom, right? Again, don't get obsessed with anything. I just want to make sure that you guys are aware of all the stuff that's going on. Okay, Guided Chaos is not just hitting people until they go down or eye gouging them until they go down, because you can't count on any of that necessarily. If he's whacked out of his mind, what's going to help me most survive is being unavailable, right? Woo! Not being there for anything he does, but being able to go in and break his balance, and then whatever happens, continue. Woo! Right, so there. Oh, my opportunity to hit and my opportunity to get around and do whatever else. Take a break. Okay? And again, different people, different body structures, different things can happen. All these things, remember I talk about the hitting is just incidental. If I can stay unavailable, unavoidable, and just stay in, then stuff is gonna hit him and penetrate him. As that happens, boom, okay, you feel what's there. Oh, look, this happened to happen again. And again, I'm not gonna be trying to figure out the arm lock. No, I just boom, drop with my body, boom, right, wherever he goes. If I'm struggling at all here, I let it go and use whatever I can. He gets out of this or struggles again, whoop. Okay, there we go, right into the hit. Very often, once you start threatening the structure of his body, he tends to very quickly move directly into your hits and make them much more powerful than they might be otherwise, right? So, just to be clear about this, as you're doing your contact flow, doesn't even have to be all the time. Again, if you're doing pure contact flow, you don't even want to be thinking about anything necessarily. But maybe sometimes, here's a good example. I feel some resistance here. Use that to get him a little off balance. Boom. Break this shit, break these ribs. See what it does to him. He tries to move with it. Happen to be offline, off balance. End up here. Turn my body. See what happens. Yep, moving with that. And down here especially. See what happens there. And be loose with it too, right? If I'm moving here, I'm a little overcommitted here. Whoa! I drop over here so that my arm doesn't get busted. Okay, because everything works both ways. But how would it have been harder for me to do that if instead of just spinning in a circle, which makes it easier for me to get offline and drop, move your body more in this way. Now it's harder for me to move with it, right? You want to feel all these things. But what if I'm really strong? Should he keep trying to do this? What am I doing with that strength? Exactly. I am pulling Yoel right into what comes next. So you have to learn to feel that stuff too. Yoel's lucky and he gets to my head, right? And it's good. So he elbowed me. Maybe that hurt, maybe it didn't. I'm not going down. And then instead of then trying to hit me with the other hand, which gives me a chance to do other stuff, right? He just maybe just, you know, a little bit of an upward thing here, and now, boom, and now I get loose with it and do something else. right? Boom, right? He needs to feel where my body's going and not leave openings in the middle. Okay, so point being, as you flow, apply the principles, be aware of everything at all times. You're not trying to get into a wrestling match. You're not trying to, you know, come, you'll, right? You're not trying to, no, I'm supposed to pull your head down so I can do a submission hold. No, you're not trying to do that necessarily. But if for some reason Yoel's head does, actually, Max, flow with me. If for some reason Max's head does go down, for example, to take my legs out, should I be, okay, now I can get the submission hold? Maybe. Max, keep taking me down. Don't give a shit. All right. Might not work so well. But if in the middle of all this, right, boom, whoop, okay, oh, Max went all the way to the ground. How nice of him. So just show how this can apply anywhere. Hold on. Just show how this can apply anywhere. Instead of just pounding on him back here, what if I use this and this? You notice what this is doing here. Now where's Max's head? Boom. Okay, either that or boom, opening up, boom, much more. Don't kick the guy when he's down unless you have to, right? Point being, okay, anything Max tries to do, beautiful. If you can just stomp on his spine right here while gouging his eyes and moving his head this way. And is this comfortable, Max?
No.
See how nice and flexible he is? All right. So just be aware of all that is available. Again, even in small stuff. I try to push Max here. He yields and maybe, yeah, catch that. No.
Oh.
You be smart now.
Yeah.
Maybe you catch that and just don't step back there, right? And now you just move in, yeah. And if I resisted at all, exactly, good, smart. And if I don't resist it at all and I kind of go down with it, yeah, don't fight now. Continue. Go with whatever's easiest next.
And then
Boom. Yeah. I mean, you figure it out. That's what contact flow is for, right? So, point being, as you're doing a contact flow, be aware of I'll put your back to the camera, man. Be aware of everything that's going on, you know, and everything that all of his movement makes available. Again, here, I'm not trying to lock in anything that he could counter, but just as I turn here, boom, catch the chin, boom, right? Whatever it's gonna be. You get the idea. And again, don't actually do this to each other, but learn to feel it, learn to be aware of it. Boom, knees a little too straight, remind him, you know, all that good stuff. Clear?
yeah.